Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So as you can see, I'm out walking today and I just thought I'd take a bit of time, stretch my legs and think about what's been on my mind. I'm in our local beacon area, a place that we've come since our early childhood. Brian has memories of when his family moved to the area when he was 4 and he had his first visit here. I've got childhood memories too. We've also got memories of when the school brought us here for cross-country, nature walks, and just times when we used to come up with our friends. Following on from that, we've brought our children here time and time and time again, and it's a place they frequent with their friends too. It's on our doorstep, it's not very far away. It's just so relaxing. It's one of those places that holds your thoughts gently, lets you hear yourself think. And there's something I came across this week that's sitting on my mind. It wasn't loud, it was just something I read. It didn't seem urgent, it didn't seem troubling. It just seemed quiet and a creeping. But to me, it's loud, to me, it's urgent, and I find it troubling. I read something recently. It was a government policy or a proposal that slipped in quietly. It says that if you travel abroad more than 3 times in a year, the fourth trip will trigger an investigation. Not a ban, not a formal charge, just a red flag saying we'd like to know why are you going abroad again? Excuse me. And that stopped me in my tracks this week. Because 4 trips abroad, well, for some people that's not unusual, is it? For others like us, it's a once in a lifetime dream. But either way, the idea that you can be investigated for it, that changes something, doesn't it? That's meaningfully changing something in my mind. Now, I'll be honest, we didn't go abroad as a family for well over a decade. Not once. Not because we didn't want to, but because we simply couldn't. We had bills to pay. We had life to pay for. Other things came first. We had to say no to things and carry on, like a lot of people do. But last year, for the first time in a long time, we had a little breathing space and we managed 2 trips. Not extravagant, but they were precious. One was a 7-day holiday to Bulgaria. The 4 of us together. It felt like taking a deep breath. We laughed, we slowed down, we were a family, without the weight of the world on our backs for once. We had fun. And then later in the year, me and Brian, had a 3-day trip to Italy, just the 2 of us, to see Pompeii, to see ancient stones, to feel history underfoot, and something healing just in the act of being there. It was something we wanted to do for many years, and we got to do it. It was great. Let me give you a clearer picture of what this policy will do. So let me take my eldest son, Crawford, as an example. He's a grown man now. He's hard working. He's responsible with his own life to live. So last year, he also went on that family holiday with us to Bulgaria. It was a treat, a rare moment, and it meant the world to have us all there together. Earlier in the year, he travelled to Milan for a few days to visit a close childhood friend. Jamie had been his friend since the toddlers. They'd been to school together, senior school together, been very, very close friends. And Jamie joined the army quite a few years ago, and they meet up a couple of times a year Jamie will come to England to visit him, or Crawford will travel out to see him. And on this occasion, Crawford went to Milan to meet up with him for a couple of days.
Walk through there.
Then after Milan, he and his girlfriend, Crawford and his girlfriend, had a romantic weekend in Paris. A little something they both saved up for, a romantic adventure. And then later on, at the end of the year, he was invited to another school friend's wedding in Greece. A good friend, and obviously he wanted to attend that wedding. So that was 4 trips. None of them were wild, none of them were flashy or showy. Just the life of a young man who works hard and chooses to make memories with the time and the money that he's actually earned. But under this rule, that 4th trip would now raise a flag. He could be pulled in to a government office for investigation. And here's the part that really stings me. He could be forced to miss work. The very work that's allowed him to pay for the trips and the good life in the first place. Punished, not for doing wrong, but for living well. And I find that deeply wrong. It's not about the destinations. It's about the quiet shift in the atmosphere. A sense we're not trusted. That we need to explain ourselves. That moving freely, even modestly, now carries suspicion. It's the feeling of being watched. Even when you're just living your life. Now this to me is reminiscent of the Hunger Games. Have any of you out there seen the programme or the film Hunger Games, where they're not allowed to leave the regions and they're pitted against each other at war, etc.? This is so reminiscent of that to me. We're being limited to how many times we can leave the country now. So 4 times leaving the country is excessive, we're now going to be told, and we'll be investigated for it. We know Ules is coming shortly, the 15-minute city is coming shortly, and that will be us measured, restricted, and needing permission to leave our regions. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But we know it's coming, 1984 scenario. So just when all that had settled in my mind and I was trying to work through it, I saw something else. So from the 1st of April, they're going to ban the use of sat-navs in cars, phone sat-navs in cars, even if it's fixed in place, even if you're not touching it. So most people I know don't have built-in systems. They clip the phone to the dashboard, set the route, and off you go. They're not texting, they're not distracted, they're just trying to get from A to B safely. And again, it's not a small change. It's another step in a direction that I'm starting to worry about now. How about you? The direction where life becomes harder for the ones already doing the best. As I'm walking here, I'm asking myself, when did life start to feel like this? When did we go from freedom of movement to explain your movements? From guidance from a government to micromanagement? And most importantly, when did we start feeling like we needed permission to live our lives fully? We're not rebels. We're not radicals. We're just people doing what we can, loving who we love, saying yes once in a while when life allows us to have a treat. But lately, I feel like the walls are closing in. Sometimes quietly and gently, but sometimes now life is speeding up and getting faster. I think it's becoming more abrupt and it's happening more and more. So I thought I'd share that with you today. Not to raise alarm, not to stir fear, just to notice and to ask, have you felt it? Are you feeling this? Have you come across these rules? The travel policy, the sat nav change. Have you noticed how the small things added together starting to reshape our days? Let me know in the comments. I love the thoughtful comments that you always leave for me. I read all of them and I try to answer as many as I possibly can.
Let's make that mushroom thing.
Please don't think that your comments aren't read, because they are. I react to them. If I've put a heart, I've read your comments. I'm sorry I can't reply to all of them all the time, but I do try my best. Okay, thank you so much for coming today. Please take care, remember you're loved, and I'll speak to you soon. I'll just let you watch the rest of these little clips.
big eagle over there.
Yeah. Oh, is it gonna?
No.
That's good, isn't it?
Some detail. Oh,
Mm. It's one cut into a little frame, isn't it?
mhm.
Oh, it's perfect. It's just so peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trowbridge.
Yeah. Gruffalo.